Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for being here this morning. To kick things off, I invite the award-winning YWCP STEP team to perform for you.
Aye, monster on the beat, ball, get rap. He a freak, throw man down, car, lamps, tell him, big bro, never to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass? Trying to see Compton, the industry can hate. From Marlon and Mama, how many options really got? I mean, there's too many options. I'm finna pass on his body, I'm John Stockton. Not the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show it. Certified working man, the one that up the score with him. Walking down all the time, I know he got some on him, pull on him. Ain't stood, bully the flow on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1.
everybody. And thank you so much to our STEP team, to Miss Larkins and Miss Wallace for putting that together. That team works almost every day after school. They perform all over Rochester. About a month ago, they won top award, beating out every high school team, every college team that was at the competition that day. You will be able to catch them at the Lilac Festival. We're working out those details right now. Next year, they will be performing at the New York State Charter School Conference, which will be held right here in Rochester. So you can catch them all over Rochester. So let's begin. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sherry Weber. I am the principal at YWCP. Thank you, Laura. We are so honored to welcome you all this morning to our 2025 Leadership Breakfast. It's a morning filled with purpose and pride and the power of what happens when we elevate, we empower, and we educate our young women. Thank you for joining us. Whether you're a lifetime friend of YWCP or this is your first time with us, you are a part of something truly special. You're a part of a community committed to transforming lives one student at a time. Every day we strive to elevate the voices of young women, to empower them with knowledge and confidence, and to educate not just for academic success, but for life. We couldn't do any of it without any of you, our community, and our champions, and our partners. A big thank you to our event sponsors today, Nixon Peabody, Wegmans, Arndent Group, Baldwin Richardson Foods, JT Gannier Security Services, M&T Bank, the Bonadino Group, Julia K. Caters, Premier Sports Center, and Flower City Estate Sales. Your commitment and support to YWCP is greatly appreciated. I also want to give a special thank you today to Stephanie, Sabrina, and Jillian for all of their hard work and planning over the last few months to make today happen. Many of you were sat down today by a group of 6 students who gave up their morning for us. So to my 6 amazing young ladies who are here today, thank you for getting up this morning and joining us. And of course, we wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for the amazing faculty and staff of YWCP. All of you that work at YWCP could please stand up. Without this group of individuals, I could not do the job I do every day. It is because of them that YWCP is successful day in and day out. The love and the care that they give to these girls each day is unwavering. The girls are lucky to have them, and I am lucky to have them, so special shout out to all of you. Today you're gonna hear a lot of stories. You're gonna hear stories about the impact that YWCP has had on current students, on former students, on the adults that are here today. And we want to show off that energy. So we're actually going to start right now with a little video that SEVideo has put together for us. At Young Women's College Prep, we don't just educate, we empower. We don't just support dreams, we elevate them. YWCP is more than a school. It's a place where every girl is seen, heard, and celebrated.
YWCP is a really good school though, and the kindness here is top notch.
What I like most about this school is the teachers. Yeah.
It's like if you met us from the bottom to now, you'd be like, yo, these girls changed a lot. These girls are really like getting their heads on, preparing for the real world.
I like the teachers. It's a lot of support here. You're also free to be who you are without like judgment.
Every young woman who walks through these doors brings her own story and her own dreams for the future.
I plan on going to Delaware State University, or I want to apply for Stanford for being a lawyer.
A traveling nurse and to be in the medical field.
I want to go to either Ivy College or U of R to go into the medical field.
I want to be a real estate agent.
When I graduate, I want to be a prosecutor.
More than likely, I don't know if I'll do military and then cosmetology or cosmetology and then military, but one of those two in that order. to be a marine biologist.
Go to college for forensic science.
I want to be a dentist or a lawyer.
I want to be a pediatrician.
I just committed to run D2 track at DeVille University.
The faculty and staff at YWCP, it's the most dedicated group you'll ever come across. They care so much, not only about the job that they do and the content they're giving the kids, they care about the kids. They care about who the kid is, they care about where the kid's going, and they just want everybody to feel safe, to feel protected, to feel heard. They've created families in their classrooms, which then in turn creates a family within the building.
Definitely a very big community, I feel like. Everyone's super nice and always willing to lend a hand, support you when you need help. The students will defend each other through and through.
My main goal is to support and build confidence within the girls through sports. There's been studies that show that girls that participate in sports have great self-esteem as also does well in the classroom. I think most gratifying is just seeing the smiles on the faces of the kids as they're going throughout the day, or being able to connect with a student who was having a bad day, knowing they could come to you and by the end of the day they have a smile on their face. So just being that resource to the girls, showing them that they can make it and knowing that I have their back is probably the most gratifying thing.
The main thing I honestly like about this school is that they prepare you for college. And it's like most schools wouldn't help their students get ready to do FAFSA or get letter recommendations for college or do college essays. Like, they help us through a lot of that stuff.
One of the things that I appreciate the most about working here is just seeing the girls come to us as 7th and 8th graders and then watching them as they grow into these young adults, ready for the world, ready for college, ready to go out and make a difference. One of the best things about working here all these years has been working with our terrific staff. I've worked in a number of different schools, and I have never worked with a staff more dedicated to working with our students and doing whatever they can do, whatever's within their power to support them. Going out of their way, going above and beyond, and just doing everything they can to make sure our girls are successful.
And I've been here for about 3 years now, and I really love the challenge that it presents. It's a lot of fun. We have a great time. It's a new way to do education. It's great to work with all the girls and work to really help them reach their full potential.
Today is our annual Day of Caring. Every year we have a class called Advisory where we build a community, we do a lot of social, emotional learning, and it's a way for us to build community within our school.
Hi, I'm Azaria, and today me and my advisory packed 100 lunches for the Open Door Mission, and we made peanut butter and jellies, we put water, and we gave them granola bars, chocolate chip.
We're also a part.
Yes. They're all different. Some of them say you matter, you are worthy, and you're strong.
Today is our Day of Caring for 2025, and I'm here with the seniors. They are making button bouquets, and we're going to donate them to the nursing home. We have a few seniors who work at nursing homes right now, so we're going to hopefully send them along to their nursing homes and just brighten the days of our elderly people in the community and give back.
It has been a pleasure to see our young ladies go on to college and do amazing things. I get an opportunity to give them experiences at the local colleges, as well as give them trips on overnight stays and opportunities to just see what we have to offer, or what the world has to offer them as they make choices for their future.
The bonds here are really nice, actually, and they last a long time. I've had friends since 7th grade all the way to my senior year, so yeah.
For us here at YWCP, we really focus on the whole student, not just the academic side of things. We want to make sure that socially, emotionally, mentally, physically, they are ready to take on whatever gets thrown at them. They are ready for the world when they leave here. We spend so much time building them up as a person, not just as a scholar, because we want them to be the best version of themselves when they leave our doors. At YWCP, we educate, we empower, we elevate. Together, we rise, and so do our girls. Thank you, everybody. I hope you saw the inspiring look of what YWCP really is in that video and what we do each day to empower our students. If that moved you, we invite you to scan the QR code at your table and consider making a gift today. A wise woman once told me, if it's inevitable, make it immediate. We do appreciate all the support given to YWCP. If you would like to volunteer to do anything at YWCP, to be a part of any events, LaQuana Sparkman, sitting over here, will take your business card as well. Speaking of volunteers, we have a group of volunteers here that dedicate their time every day to YWCP. That's our board of directors, our board of trustees. Can you all please stand up? These 6 amazing women standing in front of you help lead YWCP day in and day out, and we are so appreciative of their time that they volunteer. So anyone else who wants to volunteer time, you can talk to one of the 6 of them too. Thank you. Huge shout out to Jim, way up there in the balcony, for that video you all just watched, and his daughter Krista, who is around here someplace, who also helped. Thank you, Krista. Jim and his team truly captured the essence of YWCP and what we do each day. Right now, to share a few words and help us continue the momentum today, I'd like to invite to the stage the chair of the YWCP Foundation, Samantha Eastman. Please help me welcome Samantha.
Okay, can you hear me okay? I have a very loud voice, so I try not to get too close to the microphone because I don't want to blow anyone's ears out. It's too early for that. So good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today. I'd also like to first give a huge round of applause and a thank you to the committee that put on this beautiful event this morning. There's a lot of hard work that goes into putting something like this together, thought, time, dedication. So thank you, Stephanie, Sabrina, Sherry, and committee. I've had the pleasure of being involved with YWCP since 2021 when I joined the Foundation Student Success Committee. Over the years, my role here has grown, and I'm proud to continue supporting both students and staff through the Foundation's initiatives. I joined the organization because I feel deeply that education is the foundation for success. It's something no one can ever take away from you. What drew me to YWCP was seeing those same core values reflected in both its mission and its actions, creating a supportive and stable learning environment, fostering a culture of inclusion, and championing academic achievement for every single student. Your ongoing support to YWCP has made a genuine impact on the educational success of hundreds of deserving young women. Together, we will continue to open doors, shut down stereotypes as we help students and graduates find their greatness. And now, we're honored to recognize a group of extraordinary individuals whose dedication, leadership, and example have helped pave the way for others to rise, dream big, and achieve more. These honorees for 2025 embody the mission of YWCP. They remind us what's possible when women are supported, empowered, and encouraged to lead. So without further ado, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce the 2025 YWCP honorees. Our first honoree, Julia Tedesco, a trailblazer, changemaker, and a tireless advocate dedicated to ending hunger in our community. As president and CEO of FoodLink, Julia has shown what it means to lead with purpose and passion. She helped launch numerous food-related programs that nourish communities and foster economic development. FoodLink has become a valued partner of YWCP over the last few years when YWCP launched our own food pantry located inside the Griffin Wellness Center directly in the school. Please join me in honoring Julia Tedesco.
Feel really short. I'm going to stand on my. Good morning. Thank you. It is a pleasure being here and learning even more about this incredible school. And I accept this on behalf of everyone at FoodLink. It's a deeply collaborative organization. I'm joined by 6 other female leaders there and truly grateful for this honor. On a personal note, I just want to say a couple of things. One is that I am a product of an all-girls education, an all-girls school. Anyone who knows me knows that. It was a formative experience. In my life, you get a feeling at an all-women's school. I have that feeling here today watching this video and seeing the students perform, and there's nothing like it, and the data bears it out, what an all-girls school does for educational and professional attainment, for confidence and self-worth. So I'm grateful for that experience, and I'm grateful to Young Women's College Prep for bringing it to so many students in our area. And second is that my kids go to a charter school. I started out my career believing that I'd pursue education policy and education reform. It's what I studied, and I was driven by a belief that every kid deserves access to a really good education regardless of their zip code. But I met Tom Ferraro 16 and a half years ago. Was the founder of FoodLink, and he showed me also that if you care about educational attainment, you have to care about what's on kids' plates. No one can learn on an empty stomach, and I accepted a job at FoodLink, best thing I ever did, and I'm really, really proud of how we've grown and the partnerships that we've built. Today we serve over 2.1 million meals from our kitchen to kids across Monroe County. We have dozens of school-based pantries like the one here at Young Women's College Prep. So I'm really proud of that. I thank you for your partnership. And on a final note, next week, my husband's a teacher, so I know this next week is Teacher Appreciation Week. So I want to thank all the teachers. It's not lost on anyone that it's more than a profession. It is a calling, and you could walk out tomorrow and I know I'm going to ruffle feathers, get paid twice as much and do half as amount of work in different sectors. But what you do makes a difference, so thank you for showing up, and a round of applause for all of our educators here.
Thank you, Julia. Our next honoree is someone who truly understands the power of showing up for our students and for the future. This foundation has been showing up for 13 years and has never stopped believing in the potential of young women to lead and succeed. This morning, we celebrate their unwavering commitment to YWCP. Let's give a warm and heartfelt welcome to Pat George from the Donald F. and Maxine B. Davison Foundation.
Good morning, everyone. As mentioned, my name is Pat George, and I'm one of the trustees of the Donald and Maxine Davison Foundation. On behalf of the foundation and the trustees that serve it, I want to thank those responsible for this recognition and those responsible for the continued tremendous success of YWCP. We're proud to be longtime supporters, and we know that Donald and Maxine would be extremely happy to support the efforts of all those involved with this wonderful organization. A little bit about Donald and Maxine Davison. They were both alumni of Syracuse University in the early 1940s, and they purchased a very small and unsophisticated local telephone business by the name of Ogden Telephone. Both were very hands-on, with Don installing phones and out repairing telephone lines, and Maxine running the switchboard. That kind of tells you what it used to be like. Their hard work made their business successful in competing with the likes of Rochester Telephone, and the commitment to the community and their employees was undeniable. After Don passed away in 1978, Maxine took over the lead of the company and kept it growing while maintaining some of the lowest phone rates and the best service in the entire country. She was very active well into her 80s, all the way up till 1997 when the company was sold to Citizens Communications. As you can tell, Maxine was a woman well ahead of her times, unafraid to take on challenges. The importance of this background is to understand Donald and Maxine's philosophy of giving back to the community, the cornerstone of which was to support those individuals and organizations who work hard and put forth the effort to bring success not only to themselves, but those around them. With that said, we're very honored to carry on Don and Maxine's wishes as YWCP, its students, the faculty, and all associated are all exemplify these traits. Furthermore, the development and education of young women as leaders follows so closely with Maxine's life. Thank you again, and wishes for continued success long into the future.
All right, let's give one more round of applause to both of our honorees this morning. We are so grateful for your leadership and the example that you provide to all of our young students. Thank you for all you do and for reminding us what it means to empower, to persevere, and lead with heart. And now I'm going to give it back to Sherry.
Thank you, and congratulations to both of our honorees. We are so lucky to have both of them as a part of our YWCP family. We're all here today because back in 2011, two amazing women had a dream to help the young women of Rochester. Today, we're honored to have one of them with us. Please welcome to the stage to lead our panel discussion of alumni, my great friend, my mentor, and co-founder of YWCP, the Senior Managing Director of Girls Education with Student Leadership Network, Ms. Laura Rebel Gross.
All right, good morning, everybody. This is such an exciting day. I'm a little short, but I want to invite the real honored guests for the panel, Alicia and Latiana, to join me on the stage, please. You're gonna learn a lot about them. Welcome. I think we're all going to sit down and have a conversation. Okay. Okay. Can you all hear me? So, these are two of our many illustrious graduates, and they're doing really interesting things with their lives, and I really want you to hear from them. So I'm going to allow each of them to first just introduce themselves, tell us when you graduated from YWCP, and a couple of words about what you're doing right now, but we'll get a little more into that. So we'll start with you, Latiana.
Hi everyone, my name is Latiana Williams, and I was in class of 2020, and right now I am a full-time content creator.
Hi, my name is Alicia Dominguez. I was the class of 2018, so the first graduating class. Right now I'm finishing up my doctorate in physical therapy at NAS.
Now, when you hear that Letiana is a full-time content creator, some of us may need help understanding what that is, and some of us already know. But if you find her on Instagram, you'll see that she has nearly 500,000 followers. So she is no joke. And we can learn more. Maybe she'll have 500,000 plus 150 followers after this morning. But before we hear about all of that, I want us to go back in time to when you were 12 years old and your first day of YWCP. So for you, it was in 2012, and for you, it was in 2014. So you're 12 years old, you're coming into this new school, it's kind of new, brand new for you to the community. You've chosen the school, or your parents have chosen the school. What are you feeling, and what are your hopes for that first year? And we'll start with you, Alicia.
2012, I know this myself, but everyone else that knows me knows that 12-year-old me was very shy, very awkward, and it's expected, you know. 12 years old, it's a brand new school. Transitioning is an awkward thing for someone who's a teenager, especially when you go to a school that is brand new, and then you have no one really. But, you know, I was still figuring things out, figuring things about myself and my identity, so it was very interesting to have that kind of feeling back then, was to really, how do I figure myself out? What do I know about myself now? And how can I use that for something in the future?
Yeah, great, thank you. And Letiana?
So I will kind of say the same thing. I was very shy in 7th grade. I remember walking into the lunchroom, trying to blend in, meeting new people, and just trying to adjust to just being into a bigger atmosphere, because switching is obviously something that was gonna happen. I remember just thinking to myself, like, I always knew I wanted to do something big at that age, I just didn't know what it was. So I was just very creative and just open and ready to just meet new people.
Great.
So very shy, yeah.
And how did you feel about going to an all-girls school, and how did you feel about wearing a uniform and all the things that were different about YWCP?
Well, for me, the first thing that stood out was the green uniform.
That's my fault.
It was like, oh, the uniform's green. We're really gonna stand out. We used to have a joke and say we look like green beans, but we loved it. Yeah, that was for me.
Yeah, I like the uniforms. The green was a little questionable, but but it was really easy to just wake up and just have your clothes ready. There wasn't no planning. You know, you just grab your stuff and you go. It was interesting for me because we had a couple switches with our uniform. Like, we had the gray slacks, and then we had the skirts, and then we had khakis after. So it was
You had a couple of switches with your uniform. You had a couple of switches with your principals. You had a lot of switches in those early days. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Great. And we were talking a little bit earlier about some of your memories of your time in middle school and high school, whether it was a college trip or an event at the school where some of these people may have come and volunteered. Can you share one memory that sticks out from when you were a teenager at YWCP and some opportunity that happened because you were at the school?
For me, I remember one thing that stood out for me was Cool Women Hot Jobs. I think you said they changed the name of it now, but...
Only in New York City. Here, Rochester still is smart enough to keep that name, so yeah.
But I remember sitting in the same position that some of you guys were in, and just looking up to some of the women that came to speak to us. They really motivated us, and I thought that was really a cool opportunity for us to have.
How many people in this room have ever volunteered at Cool Women Hot Jobs? Mm-hmm. Round of applause for you. Yeah. Thank you. Alicia, do you have a memory?
Yeah, actually. So I think it was in 10th grade, 11th grade, one of the guidance counselors at our school introduced me to a program at Fisher. And because of the introduction and that connection that they had with Fisher, I was able to do a summer program on the college campus for a week. And because of that, I really was able to kind of find myself, but that was only because YWCP was able to offer that to me, and I was able to do something like that.
I love that. And Fisher is where you earned your doctorate, right?
No, undergraduate degree.
Undergraduate. Okay, amazing. You know, we always say with YWCP and with all of your sister schools that the students do the hard work, the students' achievements belong to them, but the job of the school is to provide the opportunity and access. So it sounds like you guys got some of that. That's great. So we're no longer in 2012, 2014. We're back here in 2025. We know you're a content creator and also a mom. I don't know if any of you saw Letiana's adorable daughter. Where is she? Over there?
She's over there.
And her husband here. And we know that you are now a doctorate student about to be finished with your degree. You have 7 days, you said?
15.
15 days left. Unbelievable. So, in the time since you left, can you share with us what you're most proud of that you've accomplished or done?
Getting a doctorate degree, I think that's one of the biggest achievements I've had. You know, it was a long road. You know, I did 7 years of school. I did 4 at Fisher, and now that I'm doing my last 3 at Nazareth. So it's a lot of years of school, and even just the transition of, you know, between, you know, undergrad to graduate school, that was a big turnaround because it's a different experience once you move on to graduate school. And, you know, I didn't expect to even get to graduate level. You know, I thought I would just stick with biology for my undergrad and not, you know, continue it with school. But my biggest achievement is really earning that doctorate, and that's something that I'm very, very proud of because I worked really hard to get to this point.
Yes.
For me, I would say I'm very proud of building a life that fits me. I get to be my 100% authentic self, and I would say that's one of the things I'm proud of. And another thing I'm proud of is actually moving thousands of miles away from my family to build a life for me also. So yeah.
That is brave and amazing. I love it. Okay, Letiana, when you think of your time at YWCP, is there anyone that you want to thank?
Honestly, YWCP is not really a big school. I feel like we're all connected in some way. So I honestly want to thank all of my teachers. I feel like every teacher played an important part in impacting all of the students. So I want to thank all of my teachers that I was able to be around. My advisor teacher, Ms. Bodine, she's no longer here because your advisory teacher is the teacher that's going to start you up for the day, get you going through the day. So I want to thank just all of my teachers. They all had a huge impact on my life.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And Alicia, I'm going to surprise you with asking if you can give advice. I know there are at least six students here, plus our wonderful STEP team. If you can give advice to any current YWCP students, what advice would you give?
Be ambitious. Some of the things that you might face might be very scary, and it's something that may stop you, but have that ambition, because when you don't have that ambition, you're just gonna stop. And that's the biggest thing, is when you have that obstacle in front of you, the hardest thing is to get through it, and finding that ability and that strength to get through it, because I know what it's like to have all these barriers in front of you and not be able to have that support, you know, in terms of your family, because they don't understand. Some of us, most of us probably are first generation students. I'm a first generation student. So it's hard when you don't have the support from your family and your friends to go get through these things. But you know, you have YWCP to support you in the back. So let your ambitions and your strive for your goals be the thing that pushes you to doing more that you want to do.
I love that. Thank you for that. All right, for the final question, all these people are here in this room because they support you, they support all the students that came after you, and they're invested in the school. So can you give everyone in this room a reason that they might not think of right now to support YWCP?
I would say because YWCP, it works. They teach us leadership, they teach us confidence, and they teach us community. And I feel like that is important in today's time, and it's something that we need as young adults, and especially young women.
Okay. Yeah, for me, I think that YWCP is a great support system for all the girls here. We all come from similar backgrounds. We're all from the inner city, and we need that support from the community, because we give, just like Day of Caring does, we love to give back to our community, and we hope that the community can give back to us to support girls in their endeavors, and hope that they can be successful.
Beautiful. I just want to thank you both so much. You know, Sherry talked about on the stage that YWCP and all the teachers invest in the whole student. So seeing incredible academic success like yours, Alicia, is so inspiring. And seeing you choose a life where you're so successful and you're so brave and you've moved across the country and you're impacting and influencing so many people is also so inspiring. And it means that each of you is doing what you're meant to be doing and that YWCP helped you get there. So really thank you for your time. Thank you for flying in. Thank you for taking time this morning. And we love hearing your stories and we want to keep following you. Okay?
Thank you.
Let's give them a round of applause.
Thank you to Laura and our alumni that are here today. As you've probably gathered while being here today, YWCP is absolutely a special place to work and to go to each day. And each day I am honored to serve in the role that I do and lead the way I do with the team that I have. As I said in the beginning, I couldn't do it without any of them. We have one more story to tell you. You've heard the story of the alumni, you've heard the story of the teachers. Now we want to share a story of a current student who is less than 2 months away from graduation. Today, I'd like to invite up the Burrows family to join us and say a few words.
Everyone's looking at us. Good morning. First of all, thank you all for being here. Everyone could have been somewhere else, but you decided to come and support this great cause. My name is Mrs. Burrows. This is my husband, Mr. Burrows, and this is our wonderfully made child, Siobhan Burrows. Siobhan Burrows came to YWCP at a time in her life where she was really struggling with many different things that a lot of our teenagers may go through. With the help of YWCP and their ongoing support, their love, and all of the things that they just did, not just for Siobhan, but as for mom and dad, we could not be more thankful. Siobhan was a lot to deal with, and as many students are, Siobhan was able to overcome a lot of her barriers. She was able to open up more. She was able to channel her energy in a different way due to the support of the teachers, Dr. Weber and your team, the consistent phone calls, and just allowing her to hold herself accountable for her mistakes. Mistakes do not embark on where our children will go. And with the dedication and support of YWCP, our daughter and many other daughters have clearly come to see that. So we, again, thank you, Dr. Weber. We thank you to the wonderful team back there that did nothing but support Siobhan. Even though she got away with her cell phone several times, it's okay. We definitely thank you all for your support. It is not easy being an educator, and it really takes that person to have that heart and that passion to do so. And YWCP has definitely set the definition of what it takes to pour into our children. So, without further ado, I know my husband and Siobhan has something to say, but we would like to, on behalf of the Burrows family, implement a $500 scholarship for students that will be coming in dealing with some of the things that Siobhan has done. Siobhan is not only graduating, but she is on her way to college. So for our So giving back to children that are coming in and dealing with issues is something that we thrive off of. So thank you.
I guess I'm gonna go ahead and get it out the way. I didn't want to say nothing, but I'm gonna just say WCP did.
YWCP. It's okay.
Thank you.
Sorry.
They did a lot for my child, you know. I had a daughter that run away but go to school. So if I wanted to catch her, only place I could see her at was school. So, you know, that tell you something. it's a situation that if they didn't have faith in my child, I don't think she would be graduating right now. Because it's so easy to give up and go another way. It's a real blessing to even be up here, to even speak in a good situation, you know? Because you can be in court. You could be a lot of different places. I just really do want to, thank everybody here that helped her, that did everything for her. And I didn't know she was giving y'all $500. But too, I know, but being honest though, it's a beautiful thing because, even though I'm unemployed right now, I did something real big because I couldn't scan the barcode. But it's a blessing. And y'all gonna make me cry, and I ain't cried since I got my tooth pulled, but it's really a blessing, and I hope y'all do a lot of things for other ladies that I seen happen for my child. Thank you.
Hi. I'm Siobhan, and I started YWCP when I was in the 10th grade. There's a lot of people here that I love and appreciate, like Miss Jardis, my track coach, and Miss Delgado, and Miss Weber, and Mr. P. They're all really supportive, and I could talk to them and things. So yeah, I feel comfortable too with a lot of people in the school, Mr. McMurray, Miss Everett. So, yeah, it's a good school. You just gotta stay focused. And like my dad said, they helped me build myself up towards graduation and stuff like that. I didn't feel like I could do it before, but I do now, and I am gonna do it. So. But that's all I have to say today.
One more thing. Security, amazing. You're not getting through the doors of YWCP.
Thank you to the Burrows family. It was important for us that you guys heard Siobhan's story. She is the reason we do what we do each day. When Siobhan came to us, I don't think she cracked a smile for quite some time, and she didn't want to talk to anybody. And now we can't get her to stop talking. She is the exact reason, like I said, that we all do what we do, and the exact reason why we are here today. We are so thankful and grateful to all of you for showing up here this morning, not just with your time, but also with your hearts. I'm grateful that you chose to spend your morning with us and not at your jobs, so thank you. You've reminded our students that they matter, they're seen, and they are supported. So please continue to elevate, empower, and educate. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you again for being here this morning, for being such supportive people of YWCP. Have a great day.